Hello, my journaling friend. Today's journaling spread is just inspired by beautiful fall leaves. I wanted to try something new with using a napkin as a background, so I thought, why not record it and see what turns out. I hope you like it. Okay, so I know obviously there's going to be some leaves on the ground, so I'm going to gather some of these that are maybe an interesting shape. Ideally, I'd pick some that were really flat so that they'll tape down flat. I have a bunch of oak trees, so that's what these leaves are. But I'm gonna keep exploring and see what else I can come up with here in the yard and the landscaping. Just looking for different colors and different textures. And look at these. Okay, this tree looks like it's kind of sick, but I don't care. I like those colors, and I like the red veins or whatever those things are called. So I'm gonna get some of those too. These are pretty. They're not really fall colors, but still it would be a colorful addition to any spread. Okay, so here's the stuff that I collected outside. And then I had some other just, ribbons that the colors kind of look good. And I had this napkin. Look at how cute that is. We're gonna make this napkin the background for the junk journal spread. So I'm gonna let me put all this stuff out of the way, because once we make the background, it's gonna have to dry overnight. So we'll do this now, and then we'll set it aside, and I'll come back to it and finish after it's dry. But what I thought I would do, well, actually, I'm gonna set it on this. I'm gonna use this brown paper bag to cut some leaves or something out, I think. I don't know. But I got some, what is this stuff called? Parchment paper. Where are my scissors? Oh, yeah. But I don't wad it up or it's going to be curling all over you. I don't want the pages to stick together. So I'm going to put that like that. My book won't even stay open anymore. The next junk journal I get, I don't think I'm going to get a hardbound one, because if I had gotten a paperback one, it would open up better. I didn't know that. I'm just starting. This is my first junk journal, so look at that like that. Now, I have this clip. There it is. There. Okay. So these festive napkins, you can get them anywhere, whatever. But I like this one because it had birds and it was fall. That just looks fall to me. I guess it's really not, but all the colors look fall. And the little script on there. But these napkins, look, you need to take, actually, I think I'm gonna cut it down the middle first. Okay. That's good. And then you need to peel it. There's like it's 2-ply. Is that what you say? There it is. Get it started. Be gentle though, because it'll tear on you. I did this on a lampshade and it turned out. So I'm hoping that it's gonna work on paper too. But I kind of think that I don't want to do it all in one spread. I need to do a page and a page. So I should probably cut it, because that's gonna have to cut that little birdie. Sorry, pal. I'm gonna just cut it right there. Now, Mod Podge. I get matte. I don't even know if you need to shake it. I am an absolute mess with this kind of stuff. So messy. So it's a good thing I put that brown paper bag under it. And plus that will help me to clear it off of my desk so that I can continue to do my other journaling videos while I wait for this to dry. Okay. think the first thing that I should do, oh look, that's not gonna be, oh that's okay because his head is over here. Okay, so I think the first thing I should do is put a little swipe down as adhesive. I'm not gonna do it all at once because I wanna be able to shift it a little bit. Okay, now, oops, my little helping hand unclipped. I don't know what I'm gonna do to keep it from doing that while it's trying to dry. I'll have to come up with something. Now, as this napkin gets wet from that Mod Podge under there, it might tear, so you gotta be kind of easy. Let me set that down. And cut off that extra. I can go back and trim it again once it's totally dry, but I at least want to just get some of these extra pieces off so that it, well, I guess even if it does stick to this parchment paper, I didn't have wax paper. If you have wax paper, that would be better, but I didn't have any, so parchment paper it is. Okay, I'm gonna put Mod Podge over the top of that too, but I think I should go ahead and like get this side adhered before I get too messy over there. Don't you think? That's what I'm gonna do. That's just what I'm gonna do. So it's a learning thing. I bet most people who, oh, I don't wanna do the whole page. I bet most other YouTubers who are making junk journaling videos, they've probably actually been doing it a while and they have some experience in this kind of stuff. So if you're wanting like a legit tutorial, I am not your girl. This is more like, should be called like junk journal with me. Don't junk journal to try to learn from me because I don't know. I'm just playing. This is a credit card and it's wrapped in washi tape. It's an old credit card. I mean, duh, obviously, but I wrapped it in washi tape because that's cute. And I use it to cut my washi or do this kind of stuff. Spread it, smear it down. Okay. Good. Okay, let me put some more under here. Using my left hand, which is not my dominant hand. Okay. All right. So let me cut some of this. I'm kind of worried as to how I'm going to keep this from closing. Maybe, okay. All right, now here's the fun part. I'm gonna just go over the top of this. Gently, because if you, and like only plan on going over it like one time. I mean, you could theoretically make another pass, but be careful because as the napkin gets saturated with this Mod Podge, it's gonna tear. But even if it tears, you know what, that's not a bad thing because you're gonna put other stuff like stickers and ribbons and all that. So don't worry about it if it tears. Why am I saying that? Just forget it, just do it. Just slap this Mod Podge on there. Okay. Okay, I'm feeling good about that side. Let me do this side now. This is the one that I'm kind of worried about because this book wants to close. I saw on a thrifting, like, you know those reels or whatever, those shorts that people go and tell you what they bought at a thrift store or show it to you, and then they show you how they fixed it up. And they're buying like cheap prints, art prints, and then putting this stuff over the top of it and then like making these sort of little swirls in it. So it looks like artist swirls, and when they're done, it looks like original art from a museum or something. It is so cool looking. Oh, see, I just tore that. But I'm not gonna freak out. It's gonna be fine. Okay. No, but I do need to get this. I need to get some up here on this, but I don't know how I'm gonna keep it from closing on itself. I don't know, that's probably gonna tear when it all dries, but okay. So I'm gonna leave it just like that and check on it like, it'll probably be tomorrow, like 24 hours or something. It needs to be dry before I try to put stickers or more ribbons and leaves and all that kind of stuff on there. Although as I'm thinking, anyway, we'll figure it out tomorrow. Okay, so it's been more than a day since I did this. I got delayed. So, but the napkin is totally dry. I'm going to trim around the edge here, around the page, get all this extra stuff off. It's real, I mean, it's thick. Oops. You can see that oh gosh, that's like almost the second time I've almost cut that bookmark. I don't really need the bookmark since I don't really need the bookmark, so I guess if I cut it, it's not gonna be the end of the world. Okay. But anyway, you can see that this journal it's gotten pretty chunky. I think I told you that I've never junk journaled before, and I had this one from Archer and Olive, and I was like, well, that's as good as any. But a hardback was probably not the greatest idea, but it's okay. I mean, when I'm done, I can put the strap over it. Anyway, so it's pretty flappy. Okay, that's trimmed enough. And now I wanted to show you on those leaves that I collected. Here's what I decided to do. I've been kind of experimenting, and originally I thought I would just laminate them, but that made them too stiff. So you know what I did? I used packing tape. Let me move this. That's the quote I want to use. This is that, what do you call that stuff? Parchment paper that I had behind here when I was painting it. And tape won't stick to that. So you put your leaf down, you pull out some packing tape. I know that's so loud. And press it on there real good. And then pull it up and wrap it over the other side. Give it a good press-a-roo. And then use your scissors to trim, but leave enough excess so that it stays taped, so that it, stays stuck together, basically. And then it's not so stiff like a piece of laminated stuff. It's more pliable. But I was afraid if I just put leaves in there, they would just crumble up and make a mess everywhere. And all I really wanted was this thing to have like a fall vibe and then fall leaves. Okay, so then I'm like, okay, how am I gonna get these to stick on there? Because the glue, I don't know that the glue's gonna work. I haven't tried, but all I wanna do is kind of get them to adhere, sort of pretty, and then put some ribbon on there. And then I did remember that quote, Anne of Green Gables, where she said, I'm so glad to live in a world where there are Octobers. I love that. And I'm gonna put that on here somewhere. After I get the leaves, I'll just set it over the top of it when I put some little fringy ribbon on there. Okay, so the thing is, either I'm gonna use this double-sided tape. Let's just give it a go and see what happens. See if it'll actually stick. And if that doesn't work, the other thing that I found in my stash, my household stash, not my crafting stash. See, I don't know that that's gonna, oh, you know what? It kind of does want to stay, maybe. I'm just gonna put that one there for now while I work with the others. The other thing I found, have you ever bought these little, I use them for everything because I don't sew. Mama is not a sewer, and I thought, well, maybe these would stick. I know it's kind of silly, but hey, if it works, it works. And at this point, my journal is so chunky anyway, it kind of makes it a little three-dimensional. Oh, that's gonna stay, y'all. Okay, okay. Okay, now I wanna do sort of a green one. Should I try the glue? Let me just see what happens. This is my favorite glue, the Barely, whatever it is. Barely Art Precision Craft Glue. Has all those different tips, but I only use the super duper fine one. I'm gonna put a bunch of glue on there and just see what happens. If I'm nice to it and I don't move it around for a while, it'll probably stick just fine. Yeah, that's cute. Okay, let's go over here to the other side. Go down like that. I'm gonna do the Velcro again because that's just kind of fun. I'll glue this one. You know, just keeping it different. I hope it stays. It feels like it wants to. I kind of want to leave it where you can see see the little birds. What we got here? I'll go like that. I know I'm using a different adhesive for every one of them, but I feel like then at least something will stay. You know what I mean? If something gives up, at least a few of them will still be there. Ah. Okay, where's that little quote that I like? I like this one right here. It's one of my favorite shows. The new one. I didn't last very long on that one, I'm not gonna lie. It got a little weird for me, but when my mother was in memory care, she couldn't work her TV, so I just had to get like a TV, like a show going that she liked. And on Netflix, I just had that one running nonstop. She absolutely loved that show. So now it kind of reminds me of her. Okay. That looks cute. Now look, I'm gonna get some of this. Do I want yellow or orange? I think that the yellow would probably adhere better because look at how like loopy and lacy that is. I got one more leaf. What should I do with it? I want to cover up the bird, like I said. I'm not gonna mention. All I was gonna do was just add a few little something elements to this to make it just have something else, but I don't even know what that would be. Maybe I should have put it underneath that sticker. Oh, that sticker needs some glue, sister. It sure do. It is not gonna stay, so I'll just do that right now. I'll go underneath there. I mean, that looks good. It gives it a little bit of something. I'm gonna have to let this sit. Well, I can't close the book anyway. Who am I kidding? It's gonna dry out in the open, whether that was my plan or not. Okay, that's cute. And then I'll do a one going up over this direction, so it's kind of symmetrical. That looks okay. Okay, let me just put some glue over here. Try to keep my big head out of the camera so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. Da, da, da. It's not exactly what I had planned whenever I had this harebrained idea, but I mean, it's a junk journal. See these, I've waited too long and those shriveled up. That's just gonna be a mess. And I really thought if I even taped it, it still would be a mess. So that's gonna go in the trash. Still have this one. I don't feel compelled to use it. And then this is one that I didn't use either. Okay, so this is fine. I mainly wanted to experiment with using that napkin with the Mod Podge, and I like it, but I don't know if, well, I like it. I like that for a background. Have you seen those? Because you see those festive, these napkins at like TJ Maxx and stuff. And I like them, I pick them up and they're pretty, but I'm like, what am I gonna use this for? Now I know. So, but I only need one. I guess you gotta have friends that collect funky napkins too. But anyway, it was fun to do. I'm glad I did it. And now you can go do it too. Maybe you have a stash of like leftover napkins from something you hosted. Get one out and just fool around with it and see what you can come up with. Okay. Ta-da! Oh, I know what I was gonna say. If you liked this, I mean, I don't know. This one was, I'll put a link to the other junk journaling things on this channel, so you can watch that if this is your jam. Okay, bye.